So the Manchester City have been charged by the Premier League for financial breaches of the rules. Wow. And it's not just one or two charges where you go, this is a dodgy sponsor in this year that you could probably just get away with a fine. Over 100 breaches of the rules from 2008-09 when they first came in, coincidence, to so far what they've gone up to is 2017-18 when they won their first league title under Pep Guardiola. Big news because that's a long period of time where there's the 2017-18 title, the 2011-12 title, the 2014-15 title. A lot, a lot is happening. Probably it's insane what's happening right now. And the difference between this and what happened before with UEFA and their breaches of FFP and stuff like that is they can't appeal to CAS. So if they're charged by the Premier League, no appeals are allowed. That if they're given points deductions for all these years, if they've been relegated, because that's how serious these charges are. Over 100 charges, even if it's like 50% of them, that still constitutes points, massive points deductions, financial penalties, financial compensation to other teams. It's very serious with what's happening to Man City right now. It, if you look at what's being said around, like the City statement, they're like, "Oh, we welcome to these charges, like to be blown, like to go away and stuff like that." But no, I don't think this happened. Everyone, the thing is, everyone knew this. We all seen the companies that sponsor City. They don't exist. They have no employees. They're just some random, place in London or something where there's no record of anything happening there. These are the kind of things that sponsor City. There's a reason City are like the top of all the commercial listings, on the top of the Deloitte reports for commercial activities. No, they've not just got some insane marketing team and getting amazing commercial deals for themselves. They're making it up. They've made it up. They've always made it up. They're always giving themselves more money. That's all it's been. And if it's been like that, you've got to start giving points deductions retroactively to the leagues they won if they are found guilty of all these charges. You can't just be a slap on the wrist. These are massive implications on the league. And if it's the Premier League doing the sanctions or it's the new independent regulator that might be coming in, they got to put their foot down because if it's just a little fine or a few million fine, they're just going to do it again, and it's going to encourage other clubs to do it as well. What's this implication is going to be on the City squad? You don't know. Pep Guardiola, he said before, if they've been lying to me, I'm going to walk away. It looks like they've been lying to you, mate. And it's just insane because it's like the same with Juventus. Everyone knew there was dodgy accounting going on there, and they got found out, and they got deducted 15 points this season. Everyone's known for the longest time City have been doing this. It's been the most open secret ever. They got away with the financial fair play on a technicality. That's all it was, a technicality. The German newspaper did the report, and and because of the way it all came out, that's the only way they got away with it. They admitted they did wrong, but because of the way it came out, a technicality meant they got off with it and just got a little fine. They were going to be banned from UEFA competitions. So what does this mean now for retroactive titles? Are United going to be handed the title in 2011-12 when Aguero won it? Liverpool in 2013-14 and then United again in 2017-18. And then they've only investigated up until that point. So what about 18-19 with Liverpool and then United again in 2021 and Liverpool last season? What are they going to stop there? Or are they just going to keep carrying on? Because they've been investigating this for 4 years. It's been a 4-year investigation. They must have their facts right because they know what City are like. They know they'll like use that video of them turning up to the cast with 30 lawyers with them. They know what City had powers do, and they know what's at stake here, and they know charging their multiple times league champions, the best team in the league over the past decade. They must know what they're doing right now. They know what they've done, and then they got it airtight just in time. And I don't see City getting away with it now because when UEFA did it, they clearly didn't look up everything. They just quickly charged them and stuff like that. But Premier League been building this for 4 years. 4 years. It wasn't because UEFA saw the article in the German newspaper and then they started looking. The Premier League have been after this for 4 years, and it's a bit weird that they've been doing this for 4 years, been allowing this to go for 4 years. I understand it a little bit because you got to get your facts right, but City have been winning titles four in the past 4 years. So what's made them do this? Come out now. They kind of know they've been doing this, but they've been allowing them to play the past 4 years, knowing they were kind of cheats. Everyone knew they were cheats. Everyone knows that City have been financially doping. It's no secret. It really is no secret. And it's just going to be insane to see if this, because it's going to take a long time now. It's going to be a long process. It won't happen in the next months, probably. It's going to take a long time for this to come out to see what sanctions that happen, because there's going to be more investigations into the investigation, obviously. And City will hire 1,000 lawyers to get out of this because that's what City can afford, clearly. And they will do everything to get out of it. But I hope the Premier League have done everything right now. Unlike UEFA, they were so sloppy with it. I hope the Premier League have made it airtight so City can't get out of this. I really do hope so. As a United fan, I'm saying that because we get 3 more league titles out of it. That won't be too bad. Maybe even 4. I think 3. The 2011-12 under Fergie. The 2017-18 under Mourinho, and then the last Ollie full season. So yeah, 3 more league titles. 23 times Man United. It's just, it's finally come out. It's finally happening. Everyone knows it has been known it, and you just got to hope they finally get punished for it, because they haven't been punished yet. They got a small slap on the wrist fine they can afford to get from UEFA, and they were able to go to CAS to block the 2-year competition ban, but they're not able to appeal these decisions. So once the decisions are final, it happens. I just hope that the Premier League, if the Premier League hand down the sanctions, or the independent regulators, they just don't go too easy on them. You can't go easy on them right now. You just can't. You got to set a precedent, and if that means massive point deductions, massive fines, and even relegation, you got to do it, because there's so many breaches in that, over 100 breaches of financial regulations. That's unprecedented. And it's every season. And it's probably every season after that as well. But they haven't investigated it. They just investigated from the point they started investigation, probably about, I think, in 2019 or so. So every season before that, they've been doing it since they came into the club. It's not unexpected that this happened, but it's a happy day for football that it's all finally come out. Even if it was like 20 charges and stuff like that, it's still a bad thing. You would still expect them to be massively, reduced in points or fines, but 100. And I think now this has come out, every other team in the league is going to be against them as well. You're going to see other teams back the Premier League as well. You're going to see Man United and Liverpool especially to get their league titles. Even other clubs from like Stoke in the 2011 FA Cup final. Even like Watford in the other FA Cups finals. All the other FA Cups, all the League Cups. They're going to want these competitions like voided. And this is what we could see. We could see the last decade of football in England be completely different now if City are found guilty of all these charges. I'm sure they'll probably be able to get 1 or 2 off or something like that, but we know what they've been doing. We know that they sponsor themselves. We know that they give people money to sponsor them. We know that they make up random businesses to sponsor them. But nobody's had the balls to do it. Nobody's had the balls to say to them, no, this is not right, and we're going to charge you for it. And clearly they've been building up this case for a long time, and hopefully it works. But yeah, big day in the Premier League. It's going to be a while now until we find out what's happened. And yeah, it's gonna be a good day if they are found guilty. That's it. So thanks for watching, subscribe, and see you next one.